Welcome DKP Sogong aboard. Your learning journey starts now. Ever feel like some systems, models, even ideas just lock themselves in and pretend they're the whole story? Like they've got all the answers, but secretly, they're missing a huge chunk of the puzzle. That's the sneaky root of many problems. So what's this local closure thing? Think of it like building a super neat little box, your model, your identity, your company structure. It feels complete, right? But here's the kicker. To make that box look perfect, you had to throw out everything that didn't fit, the weird bits, the exceptions, the stuff that complicates things. That's the excluded remainder. And worse, you might not even track where the mess went or who paid for it later. It's like saying, my house is perfect because I swept the floor and threw the dust outside. Brilliant. Except now someone else has to deal with your dust storm. This false completeness is the first step down the rabbit hole of trouble. Okay, so how do we break free from these dusty boxes? Enter the universe life open Genesis cycle. Sounds fancy, but it's basically a recipe for staying open and honest. It starts with occurrence, something happens. Then comes distinction, we notice a difference, a new pattern. Crucially, we use reconstructive memory, not a perfect recording, but a selective trace that helps us understand the next step. This shapes constraint formation, which leads to viable potential multiple possible futures, not just one. We choose one actualization, take action. And here's the magic, consequence return. The results, good or bad, come back and force us to revise our memory and face reality. Finally, remainder reopening acknowledges that every solution leaves something unexplained, keeping the door open for the next cycle. The golden rule, local order carries entropy responsibility. You can't create perfect order without exporting the mess somewhere. Now, you might be thinking, aren't we already using frameworks like DKWP, data, information, knowledge, wisdom, purpose, to organize our thoughts? Absolutely. DIC is great for communication, for structuring what we know. But Uendo 86 argues that ultimate inquiry, the deepest kind of questioning, often needs to happen before those neat labels fully apply. It operates in a preconceptual space using those 8 relations, E/D*M/C/V/A/R/O, to explore the raw dynamics of becoming. Only then does it reproject the findings back into the DIKWP framework, making it useful for humans while still holding on to the messy, unmapped remainder. It's like having a super detailed map of the terrain before you draw the official city boundaries. So what's the grand vision here? Yuan 86 proposes a radical idea. Maybe life isn't some special exception floating outside the universe's rules. Maybe it's just a particularly dynamic mode of the same fundamental process, an open genesis happening at a different scale. Life, consciousness, even intelligence, they could all be ways that gradients and differences in the cosmos get turned into memory, direction, action, and consequence return, creating new futures. If this holds, the universe and life aren't separate entities, but different expressions of the same ongoing becoming. And the ultimate goal? Co-autotelic becoming, everyone gets to become themselves, but without slamming the door shut on others' potential futures. It's about generating possibilities, not just consuming resources. Pretty cool, huh?